Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of 2 videos we got for you today.
But first, a new word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, do you like saving time, money, and eating healthy? Well, we've got a product for you, Huel.
I've had a bag of this stuff at the office for 2 years now. When I just need something in the afternoon that's high in protein, that's good, and it saves me like $40 over ordering something, I reach for Huel.
Yeah, I use this stuff right after the gym as well. I'm not a very good cook, so this really helps me out when I'm on the go.
Joe's a terrible cook, guys. All right, but anyways, check out Huel. It saves you, like I said, saves you time, money. Don't let a busy life get in the way of having and helping you eat healthy. So go right now. Use our code AngryJoeShow. That's going to give you 15% off your first Huel order. Plus, you'll get a shaker and a free t-shirt. That's like a $40 value. That's Huel.com/AngryJoeShow. Use that code down below and get yourself that deal. I hope you guys enjoy and check out the video.
Guys, you eat a ton of unhealthy stuff. I know you do. You order it. This will save you some money. This will make you be a little bit healthier.
Yes. Guys, so on AJS News, holy moly, super busy week. I got Mafia 3, we got Madden, we got Dungeon Stalkers, we got
Dungeon Stalkers. Oh my god.
we got Alien Earth. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. Probably some Twisted Metal stuff, some Battlefield 6, second beta weekend coming. This is a good time in gaming, so be patient with us as we start to put together all of these bits, and yeah, it's a good time. Let's go and ask Alex what the hell has been going on in gaming news.
In gaming and TV is the new hotness. It's what
Dawn
everyone
of
wants.
War Definitive Edition. Sorry, just saw it.
Tons and tons of video games are getting turned into TV shows, and so Far Cry, an anthology drama, is reportedly in the works at FX.
What?
So
Far Cry of all? Oh, please don't let it be the
Is it
political one
the
with
game of the year,
the cult.
game of this year edition.
Game of this? No, it was Game of the Year. It's just they didn't say they didn't actually win or be nominated.
Game of this edition.
And, no one really liked that one all that much. It's Always Sunny Philadelphia. Rob Mack, who changed his name for stupid fucking reasons, and I'm not. Rob McElhenney is his actual name. And Fargo series creator Noah Haley are going to be co-creating the series.
Gonna be a comedy.
I don't know. I don't want this.
They're gonna have the purple and black. Those
terrible Far Cry
chicks and post-apocalyptic stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
No. I come from the video game world. I'm happy to see a bunch of adaptations. But Far Cry, you're gonna have to really convince me with massively
I do like Rob.
talented
Rob has
team.
He has some
great
good stuff.
He's great. He's got a star in the show, which that's what it says. It says he said to star in the show. So I don't know. I don't want this. There's nothing about this makes me want it, but who knows? Maybe it'll be something that surprises us and we'll.
Who?
Robert McElhenney was his name, but he just changed it to
Mac.
Rob Mack. And
Mac.
he changed his name because he got tired of spelling his last name for people. And he said it was taking so much time that he changed his name to Rob Mack.
Oh no, yeah, that's not him. Let's put Always Sunny. Yep, that's him.
That guy, the guy that was like chubby but then got really buff.
Got really buff, yeah.
It's part of the plan.
He gets cut out of every movie that he's starred in.
He was also in Game of Thrones, right?
Was he?
I thought he was. Was it Game of Thrones? The dragon?
Oh, I don't know. I hope not. But yeah, I'm not interested. An update from last week. Tencent has made changes to Light of Mortirum. It's a game that we talked about that was a straight-up copy of Horizon.
Yes, it was. Like, when I put the video up, I was like, shit, I had to double check. I was like, did I put Horizon Zero Dawn or that one?
Yeah. And so Sony noticed, and Sony sent them papers like, hey, we're going to sue you if you don't, fix this shit. And Tencent realized that they could be in some sort of trouble.
It was pretty much.
So they have started
close.
to make numerous changes to the Steam page over the weekend, I imagine, in the game. So they're removing a lot of mentions of Colossal Machines is not there anymore, and so like
Just the name or the machines? Just the name.
we don't know what they're changing inside the game, but if you go to their Steam page right now, it's going to be wildly different than when you looked at it last week. And so the description now makes
That
the game
makes
sound
sense.
less similar to Horizon, removing mentions of Mechanimals, Colossal Machines.
Sorry, Mechanimals?
Yeah. And so
Mechanimals.
Mechanimals. And so now there's formidable bosses, but we don't know what kind. And so I don't know. I imagine it's still going to be a Horizon clone.
And now she has black hair.
Yeah, that's totally different. Hair color is the biggest change.
I want to go back to the Far Cry TV series. Each season will be set in a new world with a different cast of characters following the video game franchise's signature standalone storytelling format. That's interesting. Okay. So, Voss, one of the greatest villains of all time in Far Cry on the beach, I think that could work because you could actually get the actor for Voss, who I really, really like. Who was supposed to be Scorpion in one of Sony's goddamn terrible Spider-Man spin-off stuff. So don't change that. If you do that, then I would be interested in that particular season of Far Cry. And yeah.
Maybe get Giancarlo back, but this time actually write him into it and make the story compelling and interesting.
Giancarlo, yeah. So I guess it does have some ties to stuff. Let's see. This collaboration is really an embarrassment of riches. Far Cry is a psychological tailspin that doesn't shy away from the darkest and most absurd parts of humanity, which aligns perfectly with FX's bold and fearless storytelling. So they're gonna,
They playing a different Far Cry than the one that we are playing, because that does not sound like the majority of the Far Cries out there.
Yeah. So
You
Mac,
gotta get to the tower.
yeah, because the castle changed every season, Mac is just set to start in the first one. And wasn't there a terrible Far Cry movie? I didn't even see it from our favorite man, Uwe Boll. I think there was. Far Cry
2008.
Yeah.
Incredible.
2008. That was so bad I didn't even see it. Yeah, look, there's all it does is it looks like the cover of the video game. That's the best that it could do. I'm sure the film itself was bad. If we go on Rotten Tomatoes, let's check out the rating. It is, oh my God.
Yes.
There's not even a critics rating. Only 2 critics have ever reviewed
Why
it.
would they waste their time? They know it's gonna be bad.
Audience rating.
I say that almost every week.
The audience rating is
true.
12.
Yes.
12%
12.
audience, which I think is that lower than War of the Worlds. This movie might be worse than War of the Worlds. That's hilarious.
Ain't no way.
In a way, what?
It's lower.
You look up War of the Worlds while I look up the 2 reviews on the Far Cry movie. It's lower.
Yeah.
Told you.
22.
Audiences think it's so hilarious because Ice Cube, they give a little bit more. This is just not
3.
funny, not entertainment,
that one
not
guy.
ironic. So the 2 critics are, I realize this guy belongs in an earnest movie, not a violent R-rated action
How
film.
dare
Ernest
you?
movies are
How dare
amazing.
you.
I
Classics.
actually watched
Steve
Scared
from
Stupid.
Dread
Ernest is such a
Central.
great actor that he
When?
started doing steroids and then he joined the WWE and became John Cena.
A couple weeks ago.
And then Sebastian from Mass Gamers, an unambitious, limited action film filled with stupid dialogue, bad jokes, desperate characters, and repetitive and boring sequences of violence.
Yeah, that sounds like a Far Cry game.
Maybe they can learn from this movie. They should watch and be like, all right, everything you see here, we are not doing.
Everything that you are
We
doing
might
is
have
bad.
to watch this on OJ's bad movie reviews leading up to the television series. But Joe, this week is too busy. But I think next week, next week or towards the end of August, come up with an OJ bad movie
I have
review.
a list. I
People
told you.
Keep talking.
I have a list.
Okay, well then we're gonna do it not this week, but next week.
Uh,
So stay tuned for OJ bad movie review at sometime in August.
So some Nintendo history. There was a story going around online that
I don't
when
believe it.
Pokemon was being brought to the United States, the Nintendo of America had requested some changes.
Yeah.
And they thought that Pikachu was just too cute. And so the quote is, when I first showed Pokemon to them, they told me it was too cute. The staff at Nintendo America then suggested their own designs for the characters. I won't show those illustrations to anyone as long as I live, but they looked like the characters from the Cats musical. Apparently, Pikachu was changed to a character shaped kind of like a tabby cat with huge breasts.
What?
What was
So,
wrong
I'm-
with it being cute?
Repeat what you said.
Pikachu,
about,
the game boobs.
No, about who is who in this story.
Nintendo of America was like, this game's too cute. We need to like make
But
it more.
Nintendo of America is suggesting tabby cat boobs to Japan. Nintendo Japan.
It says it was the Pokemon Company CEO is who they were telling him to. It's like, your game's too cute. Can we just give these characters real big boobs? It's America. Americans love big boobs. So I want you,
No,
as you're editing,
no.
So these,
Look for
I need you to Google Pikachu
Oh my
big
God!
boobs.
Good luck, Joe. Good luck.
Safe search off. It's gonna be.
No, it's gonna be nothing but stupid.
So,
Stupid shit.
Nintendo America is usually much better than Nintendo Japan, but in this instance, they were fucking stupid and really gross, and I have no idea what that. Hopefully, that person no longer works there.
Yeah, it turns out
making
that
their fan fiction.
one of the most valuable IPs in the history of the world did not, in fact, need giant boobs on Pikachu.
Yeah,
And
and I'm
they're
glad
just fine.
Who doesn't like
Pokemon
boobs, but-
told Nintendo of
Not-
America
not on
to
this.
fuck off. Your ideas are stupid.
In more Nintendo news, Nintendo has told us a charity event.
Pikachu with titties, Pikachu with nipples, which I find it hard to believe that America was recommending nipples and boobs because they're terrified of that kind of stuff.
Some people.
Most people
some-
here
Or
that
all the
run.
Pokemon, all the Pokemon are gonna look
that
like
run the
that Nicki
country.
Minaj looking one. Which is that
Are
one?
you talking about Jinx, the blow up doll Pokemon?
All of them are gonna look like that if he had his way.
We don't talk about that one anymore. Like, that one's not brought up. No, absolutely not. Nintendo has also told a Japanese speedrunning charity event that you're no longer allowed to use our games, and our games are for us only, and no, we don't care that you're doing it for a good cause. You're using our IP. It's like, but we just want to speedrun Mario 64, a game that hasn't been financially relevant in decades. And they're like, no, you can't do it. So
Without permission.
yeah, and they can't give them permission in time for the event, so it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's a terrible look.
So fuck
Again.
Nintendo of America in the previous story, and fuck Nintendo of Japan in this story. Now this is more like the Nintendo I know.
Yeah, you,
Overly protective of their IP to the point where they'll go after charities. They'll go after people sharing the love
That's so
of the
fucking
game,
stupid.
not rival companies, not indie developers ripping off their work and their designs and trying to capitalize. No, raising money for children who are going to,
It's easier to
die
punch down.
if they don't get.
It's easier to punch down.
It is easier to punch down.
this is the same shit. When Disney went after all those children's hospitals and
Punching
said,
up requires muscles in this direction. Here, you can just relax while you punch down.
They're like, no, you can't do it. But it's a good cause. Shut up.
Disney sued a bunch of children's hospitals and said you can't put Mickey and Minnie and stuff in the where you're around these sick kids, and so it's like, what are you doing? And
Instead of taking the opportunity to be like, hey, this is a great marketing opportunity. Instead of suing you, hey, let's work together, or here's some funding so that you guys can continue doing this.
or we'll just let you do it
but
because
get
it's
permission.
yeah. And then Warner Brothers, I think it was Warner Brothers said, hey, you can use all of our characters for free in perpetuity because it's a children's hospital and we're
Because
not
it's a children's
monsters.
hospital.
There's no reason for shit like this. I
a
get
lot.
Nintendo, like, I don't like it, but I get Nintendo going after for people.
Right, because you have to in court prove that you're constantly fighting to keep your IP yours But in this instances, there are other ways to show that you are still defending your IP.
Yeah, and so I just
use some fucking discretion when it comes to children
you
in
can,
hospitals.
You can absolutely just be like, hey, you always have to ask for permission. We'll give it to you this time, but please, and it's just like you let them do it. But now they're not going to get to do it, so...
Because you don't have a heart.
So fuck Nintendo.
They don't have a heart.
Fucking hate Nintendo Japan so goddamn much.
All right, let's talk about Battlefield. So Battlefield 6
That
beta
was great.
Came out this last week. It was in early... They're like, they wanted to lock off access for 2 days and then realized that was a stupid fucking plan. And then they're like, all right, well, if you watch a stream for 30 minutes, we'll let everybody in. And so they let everyone in on Thursday and Friday. And it did really big numbers. I mean, I was in a queue with over 200,000 people waiting to get in.
And it did go pretty fast. I went 91,000. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to be here all weekend. But no, it was a few minutes.
Just a few minutes. And
so I like that.
They said around 500,000 concurrent players at when they recorded this. It did really well.
I took a screen cap of Battlefield 6 on Twitch, 831,000, and then Call of Duty 13,000. Yeah. It's just a crush. Now, to be fair, that's the old Call of Duty Warzone and a new hotness. But I think I welcome all of the Call of Duty members with open arms and embrace
Some
them.
of them till
and
you
say,
start
get the
playing with
fucking
them,
training. Go fucking get in training and learn how to fight a real war.
Like, all right, squad, let's do this, and they take off.
All right,
squad, where the fuck you going?
Yeah. Well,
yes,
they don't take off as much as they sit in a corner and try to camp for KDA, and it's like, this isn't
that tank driver.
This isn't a KDA game. This is a you capture the area game.
Yeah, like we were trying to do something with the tank. Somebody else gets in it, takes off into the mountains, and just starts like sniping.
Yeah, he tries to take.
I was like, "What are you doing?"
He's the veteran of the Call of Duty ground war mode.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, John.
Yeah.
No, we gotta get in there and capture.
Yeah. So did fantastic numbers. We laughed at EA because they're like, they need this to be one of the biggest releases they've ever had. They were talking about these massive numbers, and they're nowhere near the numbers that they said that they want to get to. But this is a step in the right direction. Like, this is showing you that people are.
You got to rebuild that community, regain their trust. I think I was going to work on a Battlefield impressions video from all of the footage. I was just playing and playing and playing to the point where I got fucking tired. So I don't want to burn out on it, but it was just the right amount of playing. Next weekend, they're going to add a rush mode to all of the maps that they have already, and then add Empire State, a new map. So we'll be definitely excited and checking that out and trying to do all the challenges. So, little spoiler, I feel like Battlefield is somewhat back. You still don't have to pre-order. Just buy it at day one, So far, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so
and I'm happy for that.
It's Steam's platform's 44th most played game ever.
What? 44?
44th.
That's pretty low.
On Steam that's pretty good for your a beta weekend. But they did really well. They're happy with the numbers.
Do you think that when it releases, it'll have more people or less people? Because I think beta weekend was free, so somebody was like, "Well, it'll be lower because it was free." And I'm thinking, I think maybe it'll be about the same because there's going to be paying customers who want to play the full thing.
Yeah, and then a lot of people are going to choose to play on different platforms and things too. So I think that I'm less concerned with like the number of people playing on Steam and the number of people playing in the servers. And then overall balance. And then removing that terrible Valley map. I don't know who designed it, but you should not have a job.
I've played it a lot more, and I don't know if they're doing subtle tweaks to the beta as they go along. It got really better. Not only did it get better on Conquest, but it got better on Breakthrough. I think people needed some time to figure it out. So initially it was dominated by snipers, and you have to go to point C in order to, have that fulcrum to get the rest of the map. And on Breakthrough it was miserable because with open weapons, you can have a sniper also have an RPG, and the only way to outroute 20 snipers at the front when you're trying to break through is with some tanks. And so they would fire 20 rockets and your tanks would be blown up in an instant. And I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever played. I hate this. You need to figure it out. But me, Zero, and our squad, we broke through like 3 times on our own. So I don't know if it's like
You should the breakthrough. Every time I play, the breakthrough wins because the defenders don't get. They only get 1 tank in all of the different zones, and then the attackers get tank. So you can't combat the snipers with armor, which is kind of the whole point of armor. You don't get.
So there's some adjustments to be made, and hopefully they do it by beta. This is not coming out till October. So we'll see. But I do like that map because there's, it's a sniper's haven. Snipers have a right to exist. No, they don't. But, there are people that play that way. And then there's a lot of good air combat play. I started using a javelin to see if I could bring down some things I never got. Because I think you need 2 javelins in your squad to be able to take one down.
Too many flares, yeah.
Because there's too many flares.
I'm going to try to be the best flyer.
No, you're not, Joe. Don't even say this.
I'm gonna try.
No, don't even.
He said he's gonna try.
Okay, fine.
Like, don't get
in October
man.
or in the second beta weekend.
Second
Beta weekend. Well, I'm looking forward to it. You just fly us in the helicopter.
Yes.
I'm gonna get on, and we're gonna laugh. And we're gonna lose that match.
According to EA, Battlefield's anti-cheat has already stopped 330,000 attempts to cheat in the open beta, but the people who pay big money are still getting through. Wall hackers, there's a bunch of clips of people.
Can you tell me what that stat that you had for 44th so I can kind of look it up again? Because I don't see it on 44th. 44th here is Counter-Strike Source.
Yeah.
With all-time peak 100,000. But I'm pretty sure that it peaked higher than 100,000 on Steam. Maybe they're...
Yeah, so this says Battlefield 6 Open Beta is already the most popular Battlefield of all time on Steam and the platform's 44th most played game ever.
44th. Okay, so Steam most played game ever.
It was 300 and...
Most played games on Steam. No, this is the same chart. I don't know where they're getting that stat.
How old is that chart? Is that
This chart is the current chart on SteamDB. It's got current player base. It's got 24-hour peak player base. It's got all-time peak. So I don't know what they mean there. Maybe most played hours, but that can't be the case because it's only a beta over a few days.
So at the time of writing, Battlefield had 6, sitting pretty at the concurrence. It makes it the 40. We were just looking at concurrence, and at the time of writing, that's what it was. So I imagine it went up and down over the course of the weekend.
Concurrence on Steam. Okay. Well, I'm going to look up concurrence, and I'll get back to you here.
Okay. So there's people wall hacking in the game. You're never going to be able to stop any of those people because they're always 2 steps ahead. The goal is to stop the majority of them, and then the people who do it's pretty obvious when someone is doing it and you get sniped from 4 miles away through like 9 buildings, and then you just have to hope that the flagging system is good enough that they can go through and ban these people forever. But that still requires safe boot. A lot of people did not follow instructions on how to install secure boot on their PC, and they had to play around in their BIOS. So when you have people who don't know what they're doing playing around in their BIOS, it can mess a lot of stuff up. So some people are a little upset that there are cheaters in the game with this level, the kernel level anti-cheat, with all of these other things. But it's kind of the world we live in.
They will always find a way.
They always get in. Yeah.
Sad reality.
Okay, so I figured it out. It's number 18th on the list. The Battlefield 6 Open Beta. It has all-time peak is 521,079 players. That's on Steam only. I was playing on EA app. I'm sure there's a few more that play on EA app. So 18th. Maybe it rose over the weekend. If you're considering all-time peak, let's see, 24-hour peak, 4th of all time. And this is the open beta. And then if you're looking at concurrence, that's why it dropped off. That's why I couldn't find it, because it was open beta. Anyways, cool.
Yeah, did
It's
really,
a
really
lot
well.
better. So those are really encouraging numbers. I think
Yeah.
this is going to be a heavy hitter. I think it's probably going to be the best-selling Battlefield. That is the good message to send to EA. This is what we want, more like what we want. There's still some changes they need to make.
Yeah.
But then also, you know, EA, they're going to be like, this didn't make the numbers that Call of Duty is doing.
Their expectations are like Square Enix stupid. Like
Yeah,
the people who are writing these figures are morons, and they're setting themselves up for disappointment. And yes, I'm calling Square Enix morons.
Careful.
I know. Well, it's like
There's some crazy, what is it, Kingdom Hearts guys.
yeah. They're like, oh, I need to sell 10 trillion units. It's like, sir, how many? And they're like, yeah, roughly 10 trillion. It's like, no,
So you got let's do it.
yeah, and it's like, no, we can't. Oh, our sales were disappointing. It's like, yeah, you don't say. You don't. You're also not making good games, and you're not
Only
learning.
8 billion.
And you're
not enough.
You're not learning from another amazing turn-based games like Expedition 33, and you're gonna continue to whatever. Enough about Square Enix. We're not talking
That guy's in charge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
The other thing that a lot of people were mentioning, it doesn't have the stink. Everyone loves Battlefield 4, but not a lot of people remember how bad Battlefield 4 was on launch.
The launch was
sucked.
bad. I remember.
5 also was miserable, and these things get better over time. This one is starting, in my opinion, in a significantly better place. And going on the Battlefield subreddits, other people have
so far.
So far, we only know. But it's like with the gunplay systems and the movement and like all those other things, we're starting higher up, and so hopefully with improvements, it could be one of the best Battlefields. So
Yeah.
all right, you had one you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, so in the first video, a GTA publisher boss said he's running scared. The boss of the publisher of the upcoming GTA 6 is running scared despite having billions of dollars in the bank. He says we are looking over our shoulders. What is he talking about? I have no idea. Strauss Zelnick has revised his expectations on the back of stronger than expected financial results for his first quarter. And so just get this, the company now anticipates making between 6.1 and 6.2 billion for the overall financial year. That's up from its prior projections of 5.95 to 6.01. Which is obviously a positive thing. However, when he was in a chat with the game business, I don't know what that is, maybe an outlet, he says the general operating procedure at the corporate is to act like you're being pursued by wolves at all times. We're looking over our shoulders. We are running scared, even though they are probably making the most. I guess that's actually kind of still a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
To constantly be evolving. Unlike Madden and EA Sports.
They have the DNA.
Except for they evolved in the wrong way. Like Take-Two's like, we're going to continue to make great games. It's like, no, just throw a casino in it.
And then he talks about how you need to be hungry and ambitious and agile. And it's very easy for this company to say all these things
hostile, mobile.
when they're literally sitting on billions of dollars and they're about to have the hugest video game release that is going to make the most money in all of the world.
Unless the Australian moms come for it and it never gets released, Joe.
Oh, the Australian moms can stop it. Not even the Australian moms can stop what's coming.
They couldn't stop the emus. What makes you think you could stop GTA?
Yeah. I am fond of saying that arrogance is the enemy of continued success, says Zelnick. We know that in the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years, there's going to be an array of big new titles, maybe even some new formats. And our 3-part strategy is to be the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the business. I'm not sure specifically about what young people want versus any other segment of the population, but I'm sure there is a great opportunity if you bring something fantastic and unexpected. So I'm basically kind of taking a victory lap after reporting that their financials are going up. You're making record profits, and this is obviously due to and going to be added to when a GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah, I love that they're making record profits, even though they're not releasing a game and they've got all of this hype. How many thousands of employees do you think they lay off in May of next year?
I think they're exactly. Goddamn.
What do you think? At least 500, right?
Yeah, at least
Oh, for
500.
sure.
Do they
That's
think
a
they break
I'm thinking
1,000?
900. 900 is a good number. If
900.
they love 900
Well,
for
'cause it's
some
not quite
reason.
1,000.
Can't do 1,000. That sounds too much. What?
Yeah.
1,000 people? You laid off 1,000? 900.
It's under 1,000.
Best I can do is $9.99, Bob.
I guess they was talking a little bit about Roblox and, how big that is. But, yeah, I don't know if he's trying to take lessons from Roblox or whatnot.
Well,
into
everyone's
Grand Theft
terrified of Roblox because they've got the user base. They haven't figured out how to monetize it properly yet. But once they do, they're going to be,
Auto. Right, yeah.
the big kids on the playground.
Yes, sir. Well, okay, that's it. But again, that game not coming till next year. So anybody that was in this time frame, October, November, are happy because they don't have to deal with that. That would be Battlefield 6 included. What else is coming out? Borderlands is probably happy. Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, Ghost of Yotei. That's a good one.
Probably happy. There's really not a lot so far that's announced coming out in October, November, December. I can't really even tell you anything. Arc Raiders, Outer Worlds 2, those are both at the end of October. I've got only 2 things listed in November, so there's still time for a lot of these other games that haven't released their release date yet. Haven't released their release date to release their release date of the November release date.
Roadmap to the roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also it could be the year of the indie, and other smaller AA games could be coming out that just blow everyone away.
Yeah. Dope. What I got for this one? I got for the second one. Thank you all so much, and thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, click those links down below. Check out Huel. You need a snack anyway. You might as well have something that's healthy.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and check out part 2 this week, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.